Good morning, Alan. Hello, everyone else. Welcome back to TARDIS Spider. It's time for our monthly visit with Blake 7. Today, seek, locate, destroy. The Liberator crew teleport down to the planet Centauro and stage a raid on a Federation communications center with a view of stealing a message decoder. They cover their tracks by blowing the installation up. Callie, however, is overpowered by some of the base personnel she is holding hostage, loses her teleport bracelet, then is knocked out by the explosion and left for dead by her comrades. Meanwhile, the Supreme Commander of the Federation's armed services, Servelan, has brought in an officer with a specific mission to eliminate Blake by any means necessary. This is Space Commander Travis, the man responsible for Blake's original capture in the events prior to the way back. Travis was disfigured by Blake and now has an eye patch and a prosthetic hand, into which a gun was built. Travis goes to Centauro and discovers that the message decoder is missing. He also finds Callie and has her interrogated. He sends via the decoder a message to the effect that Callie is alive and on Centauro to lure Blake back to the installation. Blake foils the plan by arriving before the trap can be set, overpowering Travis and rescuing Callie. That was a quick synopsis of Seek, Locate, and Destroy. Seek, Locate, Destroy is one of the most crucial episodes in the first season. It will establish the premise and the formula for stories to come. Maybe more importantly, it introduces Servelan and Travis, two powerful antagonists for Blake, the Liberator, and the crew. Blake's raid on the installation is played out as a roll call, establishing the character traits of the protagonist. Blake is a leader, coordinating it all and feeling guilty when things go wrong. Villa is a cheeky, witty, argumentative lockpick. Avon is cold, a sarcastic technical genius. Callie is a ruthless warrior with a tendency to speak in stilted terms. Gan is a strong giant with a personality disorder. Jenna works the teleport. Her skills as a pilot are made redundant by the ship's computer Zen. Seek, Locate, and Destroy has the feel of a season opener, and in some ways it is. From this point forward, the crew begin to act like freedom fighters or terrorists, depending on which side you are on. This will be the pattern for the rest of the series. Now, everyone has been introduced and established as the characters they will be. This story will show two particular aspects that distinguish Blake 7 from other series of the time. First is that, unusually for a space opera, we have evidence of the characters thinking, processing, and living their lives between stories. Blake remarks of Callie that she was ashamed to go back to her people because she had survived when the rest of the freedom fighters had been massacred. This suggests Blake believes he too may have been suffering from survivor's guilt following the massacre preceding Time Squad. Second is the portrayal of the Federation people simply doing their jobs. Seek, Locate, Destroy is also noteworthy in that it is an inversion of the standard television drama genre, the whodunit. From the point of Travis and his supporters, this is a detective story with a lonely, alienated, and intelligent protagonist, devoted to the system he comes from, with a vendetta against an old enemy. Here, however, we are expected to sympathize with the criminals, Blake, and the detective, Travis, is the villain. Travis is the focus of this story. He is the nemesis of Blake. He is also a seriously unhinged man. We will learn that since his injury at Blake's hands, he has been responsible for the massacre at Aros, which included many civilians. Serverland will suspend the investigation into this war crime so that he may hunt down Blake for her. Stephen Grief's performance as Travis ensures an instant dislike for him. Travis is portrayed as something of a sadist, the tight fitting leather costume, as well as a man who feels he alone is in complete control. Travis smiles at Callie in the life support unit facing interrogation, referring to her as property of the Federation, then telling her, well, there may be a little pain. Another aspect of Travis's character is seen when he remarks Blake's fatal flaw is loyalty. This would seem an odd observation from a man who values loyalty to the Federation. What Travis means is loyalty to an individual. He remarks, he wouldn't abandon the girl, not Blake. Travis, by all contrast, orders his men to ignore his safety when attacking Blake. He identifies himself with the mutoids. This story also introduces a second antagonist, Servelan. In this episode, she dresses only in white. Now, I want to point out that originally the character was to be a man, but the choice of Jacqueline Pierce is perfect. This change demonstrates how impactful the performance can be in a character. Any of Serverland's scenes could have been played by a man, yes, but the impact, the essence of power, Pierce displays it frighteningly. She can be cool and businesslike in scenes with Rontan and Burkel. Then in a scene with Rye, she shows her sexuality, switching it off abruptly when Servalan and Ray have a disagreement, then back to businesslike with Travis. One might note how she looks slightly flushed when Travis refuses to wait, but by the time he arrives, she looks calm and relaxed, as if anticipating his every move. Going back to the scene with Burkel and Montaigne, despite its brevity, it is crucial to the ongoing narrative. We learn that although there are stories circulating about Blake, the Federation is not officially acknowledging that he exists. We also hear about, but never see the president. So even now, this early in the series, Blake is attracting attention at the highest levels. At the end of the story, when Blake refuses to kill Travis, he states that if he does, the Federation will just send someone else, setting up the Blake Travis dynamic for stories to come, something that many future episodes will wrap themselves in. So that was a short synopsis and some analysis of Seek, Locate, Destroy. Enjoy your journey through time and space, and good night.